Good morning, children. How are you? I hope all are fine. Yes. Today we are going to see the new thing. Already we saw yesterday what are the new things? Adaptation, is it? Today we are going to see some more new things. Are you ready? Yes. Before we enter the lesson, we should recall what we learned yesterday. Okay. So, first one, what does mean by adaptation? Yes, very good. A special feature or behavior in plants and animals which help them to live in their environment. That is known as adaptation. Why do different plants have different features? Yes, because they live in different habitat. Very good. So, how do plants classified based on their habitat? Yes, very good. Terrestrial habitat and aquatic habitat. What is terrestrial habitat? Superb. Plants which grow on land are called as terrestrial habitat. Then what about aquatic? Super. Plants which grow in water are called as aquatic habitat. Super nice. Okay, students, shall we learn today thing? Yes. It is an activity time. So take your book, page number 33 and read well. Okay. You pause the video and start to read. Okay, children, today we are going to see about the terrestrial habitat. So, what does terrestrial habitat include? Yes, it includes desert. What? Desert. Very good. Forest. Then, yes, superb. Grassland. Then mountains. Then marshy region. Super. You read well. Okay, children. What does terrestrial habitat include? Terrestrial habitat includes forest, desert, grassland, mountains and marshy region. Okay, so these are come under terrestrial habitat. Today we are going to see about forest. What do you mean by forest? Yes, large number of trees are there. That only known as forest. So let's see about forest. Okay? Children, can you name some forest? Yes. So we are going to see about the foresters. So, say the name of the forest. Super. Tropical rainforest. Tropical rain forest. Then very good, tundra. Then taiga. Super. So today we are going to see about the tropical rainforest, tundra and taiga. Do you know why do we call this forest as tropical rainforest? Yes, here the regular rainfall is there. Okay, so and the trees are very closely having. So that only say closed canopy of trees. So that's the way this forest is called as tropical rainforest. Okay, so here regular rainfall is there as well as closed canopy of trees. So many trees are close together. They looks clumps, is it? Very good. So what about tundra? Then what about tundra? Yes, here short, cool, summer. The summer only short, is it? And long, severe winter. Long, severe winter. So mostly the place is long, severe winter. It is very cold, is it? So in tundra, short, cool summer and long, severe winter. Okay. Then what about taiga? Here, cold winters, and warm summer. Okay. So when you see the climate of tropical tundra and taiga, here in tropical rainforest there is regular rainfall and closed canopy of trees are there. Then what about climate of tundra? Short, cool summer and long, severe winter. Then what about taiga? Cold winter and warm summer. Okay, mostly tundra and taiga are very cold only. Okay. Now we are going to see about the tropical rainforest. Okay, the tropical rainforest have more trees, is it? So we are going to see the adaptation which plants have. Okay, so the plants have leaves. So what adaptation do leaves have in tropical rainforest? Very good. Thick waxy coating. Thick waxy coating. Do you know why do they have thick waxy coating? Very good. To run off water easily. To run off water easily. Then so please imagine if the waters are run off not easily, they won't have thick waxy coating. Then what would happen to the trees? The water stay on the leaves and it helps to in the growth of bacteria and fungi. Is it? So they have thick waxy coating. That's the way it prevent growth of bacteria and fungi. Prevent growth of, all of you say, prevent growth of bacteria and fungi. So the thick waxy coating is very important. Imagine they would not have thick waxy coating, what would happen? The bacteria and fungi will grow and it was harmful for the plants. So the thick waxy coating plays important role in the leaves. It only helps to run off water easily. That only prevent growth of bacteria and fungi. Are you clear? Then what about roots? What adaptation do roots have? Very good. Buttress roots. So children, they have buttress root. What root? Buttress root. What is the speciality of the buttress roots? Do you know? Yes, they hold up the plants in the shallow soil. What do you mean by shallow? Think and say. In that place, always raining, is it? Then imagine how the soil will be. So, in the shallow soil, it helps to hold up the plants. Okay, so they are having buttress roots. It helps to hold up the plants in the shallow soil. Then what about bark? Bark means what? The stem, is it? The strong stem. Huh? Then what about the bark? What special adaptation do barks have? Yes, very good. They have smooth bark. Why do they have smooth bark? Then only it allows water to flow quickly. Allows water to flow quickly. Okay children, here I repeat it again. The leaves have the special adaptation. What is that? Thick waxy coating. It helps to run off the water easily. It only prevents growth of bacteria and fungi. Then they are having buttress roots which help the plants to hold up in the shallow soil. Then they are having smooth barks. It allows water to flow quickly. If they are having rough bark, what would happen? Yes, the bacteria and fungi will grow and it is harmful for the plants. Okay children? So in that place some plants are growing but they won't get sunlight because they are all very small plants. So how do they get the sunlight? Yes, it climb on other trees to get sunlight. Okay, sunlight. Are you clear? Yes. Can you say the example? Liana. Already we learnt in the first lesson now. Do you remember? So the plant liana climb on other trees to get sunlight. Why? Because the tree is present. The trees are very closely present, is it? They won't allow the sunlight to reach the floor. So these plants need sunlight. So they climb on other trees to get sunlight. Are you clear? Yes. Okay, listen children. Now we are going to see about Tundra region. Okay, in Tundra region, what are the plants grown? Can you say? Yes, mosses. M-O-S-S-E-S, mosses, sedges, and yes, very good, grasses. Mosses, sedges, grasses. What do we say? Mosses, sedges, and grasses. Are you clear? So here the plants are very small, low growing. Why? Do you know? Because of lagging of nutrients. Lagging of nutrients. Okay. So here. So plants are grow in clumps. Do you know why? Yes. Very good. To protect one another from the wind and cold. Wind and cold. Okay. So the plants are here grow in clumps. Why? To protect one another from the wind and cold. Okay, here some of the plants covered with hairs. Do you know why? Here some plants are covered with hairs. Do you know why? To keep them warm. To keep them warm. To keep them warm. Listen children, in Tundra region, one sub-layer of soil is there. That name is called permafrost because it's permanently frozen. It is the sub-layer of soil. It is the sub-layer of soil. Why do we call as permafrost? Because it is permanently frozen. Okay, so that's the way we call them as permafrost. It is a sub-layer of soil. Okay, in Tundra region, what are the plants are grown? mosses, sedges and grasses. So here one sub layer of soil is there, that name is permafrost. Why do we call as permafrost? Because it is permanently frozen. Here the plants are low growing plants, small low growing plants. Why? Because of lacking nutrients. Okay, then here the plants are grows in clumps. Why do they grow in clumps? To protect one another from the wind and cold. Here the plants are covered with hairs. Why? To keep them warm. To keep them warm. Now we are going to learn about taiga region. So what are the plants grown in taiga region? Very good. Pine, fir, spruce. So all of you say pine, fir and spruce. Okay. So these are the plants grown in taiga region. Okay. Here they are having needle shaped leaves. Do you know why do they have needle shaped leaves? Very good. To prevent water loss. To prevent water loss. Okay. They are having waxy coating in the needles. Do you know why? Why do they have waxy coating on the needles? Very good. Prevent evaporation. Prevent evaporation. Okay. So listen children, here they are having needle shaped leaves only to prevent water loss. Is there any other usage will be there? Yes. Shedding snow more easily. Okay, shedding snow more easily. So here's the needles are dark in color. Why? That also helps to prevent evaporation. Prevent evaporation. Okay children, here the taiga region plants have needle shaped leaves. They are having waxy coatings on the needles, as well as the needles are dark in color. Why do they have needle shaped leaves? To prevent water loss and shedding snow. Why do they have waxy coating in needles? To prevent evaporation. The needles are dark in color. Why? Prevent evaporation. Okay children, let's recall everything. Children, what does terrestrial habitat include? Yes, very good. Forest, desert, marshy region, mountains and grassland. Is it? So today we are going to see about the forest. Now we are recalling. Okay, so listen carefully. Forest. So what are the forests given here? Yes, tropical rainforest, tundra and taiga. Okay, in tropical rainforest, what about the climate? Here there is a regular rainfall and closed canopy of trees. And what about tundra? Here short, cool summer and long, severe winter. Then what about taiga? Yes, here they are having cold winters as well as warm summer. Okay, we are going to see about the tropical rainforest. We are going to recalling. Okay, so here in tropical rainforest, what do the special adaptation leaves have? Yes, they are having thick waxy coating. Why do they have thick waxy coating? To run off water easily, prevent growth of bacteria and fungi. Okay, so here why do they have buttress roots? Very good. Hold up the plants in the shallow soil. Okay. Why do they have smooth bark? It allows water to flow quickly. So some plants they won't get sunlight. What did they do? Yes, they climb on other trees to get sunlight. Example, liana. Very good. Then what about tundra region? Yes. What are the plants grown in tundra region? Very good. Mosses, sedges and grasses. Okay. So here one sub layer of soil is there. What is the name of that one? Permafrost. Why do we call as permafrost? Because that place is permanently frozen. Here the plants are very small. Is it? Low growing plants. Why? Lacking of nutrients. So what about that the plants which are grow in clumps? Why do they grow in clumps? Yes, to protect one another from the wind and cold. Then some plants they covered with hairs. Why? To keep them warm, because that place is very cold now, so it helps them to keep warm. What are the plants grow in taiga region? Yes, pine, fir and spruce. Okay, so here these plants are having needle shaped leaves and they are having waxy coating also, as well as the needles are dark in color. Why do they have needle shaped leaves? To prevent water loss and shedding snow. Okay, then why do they have waxy coating in needles? Prevent evaporation. Then why do needles are dark in color? To prevent evaporation. Okay children, we recalled everything. So you have to read the book pages thoroughly. Let's see in the next class. Okay children, thank you.